Buenos dias, people. Feliz cumpleaños. Wait a minute. That's happy birthday. Wait. I was really trying to say Merry Christmas to everybody in Espanol. Honey, my Espanol is not that good. So it is your girl, Casey Rag, also known as Crown Jewel. We are back with our Crown Cast. Today is December 26th. We are the day after Christmas. I was coming this time because I just had a curiosity to spark. So when people say that you cannot trust them or you can't be trusted, and they're like, well, why don't you trust me? And I know that there is various reasons as to why people cannot be trusted, right? So what if those are the people that you love dearly? The ones that you have dedicated your life to, the ones you've dedicated your life to, right? And they don't understand why you don't trust them. Like you've never had no real falling out or anything like that to be dealt with. But they're like, why don't you trust me? Okay. So what happens if the person that you are not trusting is the person that told you they were going to rat you out to your enemy? Right? This has been a person that you have been loving already. You've been loving on this person, right? And because they are upset with you, they say, well, I'm going to rat you out to this person because you said this, that, and this about that person, right? And then they don't know why they can't be trusted. Y'all, I guess my ultimate question is how do you even combat with that? How do you combat with somebody that you've been with and you know you love them and in your heart you feel like they love you, but then they hit you with this? Well, I'm going to tell so-and-so you said this. How do you even deal with that? And then when you get past it, however you get past it, whether you just act like it didn't happen, you know what I mean? Because a lot of time that's what we do, right? The person that we deal with, love, fool with, live with, abide with, coexist with, they move on and act like it didn't happen, even though they're the culprit. So then when later on in life happens, 2-3 weeks later, year later, 2 years later, the rest of your life later, they don't understand why you can't trust them. I'm going to tell you one thing that I have never done in my life. I have never told nobody, I don't care how much they have made me mad, that I'm going to tell their opponent what they've said. Now, how do you combat that when it's your mate? How do you combat that when it's the person that you've been with for the last however long you've been with them? I'm going to give you a more even specific scenario. You've been with this person for so long. They've told you their whole life and everything that's going on with them. And then you have met all of these people that have wronged them in their life, right? All of this stuff that they've said has happened to them. You've met them. You've come face to face with these people, right? Then when push comes to shove and you actually get to see the things that they have already told you in life about these people, right? And you're like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Just in a certain instance, just come on home. Don't worry about what's going on with them, right? And it takes weeks for them to get there or what have you, whatever is going on where they're dealing with these people that they said have wronged them in their life and they have to have a dealing with them. And you're like, no, you don't have to do that because they've wronged you this way and you should just be this way, right? And they're like, no, I'm not getting ready to do that. And I'm going to tell them that you said that. Like, how do you deal with that? How do you fuck with that? How do you move forward from that? And how did that person act like they didn't betray you with that? Like you don't even know what to do with that. I'm going to need somebody to expound on what I'm saying. I may be unclear to some people, but some people might totally 100% understand what it is that I'm saying. Because at this point in my life, I ain't going to give you no specifics, but I do not understand how somebody can say these people have wronged them so much in their life and then side with those people against you and say I'm going to tell them you said this. When from the beginning, you don't even know nothing about these people from the beginning other than what you have been told. Not keep in mind, you might have met these people. You might have mingled with these people. But if you're dealing with somebody and this is the love of your whole life, or this is somebody that you're dealing with and you're going to ride or die for them, you're trying to understand like what's going on. Like this is how you feel about these people, but this is how you acting towards me in the presence of these people. And then you're going to tell me you're going to send them a recording of what I said about them in the presence. Let me tell y'all this. I'm here to tell you, you can send anybody anything that I said about them. Because if I said it, I meant it. And then on top of if I said it, I meant it. If you told me it and this is how you felt about it, and I feel a certain way about you, I absolutely 125%. We can go to Maury. I'm 1,000% sure, Maury, that is what I felt and that is what I meant in that moment. Now, can you be the bigger person and say this is why you felt like that? Probably not. And you probably gonna be the smaller person, not even understand that why I feel this way and why I feel like you have betrayed me. Because if I'm riding for you, honey, and this is all of the stuff that you have told me, baby, you gonna have to ride for me backing you. With that, this is your girl, Casey Rag, also known as Crown Jewel. You can catch me on Instagram. You can catch me on Facebook. You can catch me on Twitter. I'ma holler back at y'all. Yeah, I'm just still curious. I'm just really curious. Because regardless of whether this is your best friend for life, your esposo, mi esposo, mi prima, mi primo, whoever it is, like, is that an okay thing? Like whoever it is, and you're like, I don't trust you. And when sometimes you can't necessarily pinpoint or put your finger on why it is I don't trust you, it's like, because I know I just don't trust you. Because it's like certain things you done said to them, they done told other people, even if it's small things, and they might have even told them it in the same context, but it's like, that ain't what I wanted you to say because I kind of told you this in confidence. Or it's like we share a common enemy, right? Like you've told me this is your enemy. You've told me that they ain't done nothing right for you. They've only been wrong towards you. And then when it's confident, you team up against them, against me. When they were never my enemy, they didn't wrong me in no kind of way. I'm only basing my feelings and my reactions toward them off of what it is you've told me. But then you can say at the same time, I'm going to record this and I'm going to tell them that you said this. And then you still don't know why I don't trust you. I'm just need y'all to speak on this for me, right? Certain things I'm not speaking of personally. Other things I am being very personal about. We don't have to decipher none of that stuff because everybody go through this type of stuff. I just need to know what it is that everybody feels like regarding this stuff. Again, y'all, it's your girl Casey Rag. Y'all hit me up. I'm on Instagram at RagsBaddie. Facebook at Casey_Raglan. Twitter at Raglan_Casey. And I just be wanting to understand some of this stuff. It just really for either a peace of mind for me or for other people to hear that they're not the only ones going through this. Or for those that are putting people through this to understand like where they are wrong at. Because a lot of times we cannot just express this to our loved ones, our friends, family, that they are wrong because they feel like, oh, you just saying it. I just want to wish anybody knew anything about me. I don't just say stuff just to be saying it. Okay, unless I'm being petty. And if I'm sitting here with you and we having a heart to heart and we going back and forth and I'm trying to plead my heart out to you, I'm not being petty to you. When you come at me via text, when I've called you, I might be petty. Anyway, we finna go way deep into the workings. Y'all just hit me up. I just want to see how y'all feel about this thing, man. Cause I've been in my feelings about a couple of things, man. Like people are coming at me and they're saying like, why you don't trust me about this? But then when you drop all your weight off of my lap, and then I feel a kind of way about those people who you dropped weight off about, right? And then you come at me and tell me I'm wrong and you gonna tell them? Yeah, I feel a kind of way. I feel like I begin to get hardened and then mugs act like they don't know why I'm hardened. Anyway, y'all hit me up and y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. Don't tell me about my feelings. Tell me about the things if you've been in this particular situation, how you dealt with it and how it made you feel. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I look forward to hearing what y'all got to say. Bye.